Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Dre Mag Show. I am obviously your host, Dre Mag. Today we're going to talk about James Gunn came out and made the announcement about the DC slate and the upcoming plans of the DCU. So today we're gonna watch the video. Actually, I didn't watch all of it because for one, I was asleep, and by the time I got up, it was time to go to work. So I couldn't really cover it the way I wanted to. Let me turn that light on right there. Yeah, I couldn't cover it the way I wanted to because obviously I was asleep by the time it got up. So we're going to do that today. We're going to go over it. We're also going to look at the DC slate. See if you're excited about this, what you think about it. You know what I mean? But the real question is,
Are you ready?
all right, let's turn this down just a little bit. Hopefully, you guys are doing amazing this morning. I am not gonna lie, I am exhausted. So even with uh this particular episode, once 7 o'clock hit, I'm done. I am that tired. But of course, I wanted to give you this work. What I, want to do, discuss this announcement with you guys and see exactly, what the plan is. So let me turn this down just a little bit, and I'm going to share my screen. But before I share my screen, I got it. Where the camera's right here. Before I share my screen, I want to show you guys. I like when I get cool stuff in. Um, and I kind of want to show you guys the cool stuff, especially if you're watching this. If you're watching this on a replay, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Or if you're watching this live on YouTube, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget to make sure to put it in the chat. I do respond to a lot of the comments, or as much as the comments that I can. I am a vampire. So during the day, I am asleep until the sun goes down, and then I could be able to work the night shift. So I do want to show you guys this. I just got this in from Nerdzoic on YouTube, and this is the last Ronin NECA figure. If you can see it here. Um, and if you guys have not read the TMNT Last Ronin, it is amazing. Now, I haven't got into Armageddon games yet. I still need to order Armageddon games, but I have been hearing a lot of stuff. And this mug is spot on to what you see in the comic. I am not lying. It is spot on. And if you're just like, what is this last Ronin? Why is that Ninja Turtle's face so wrinkly? And why does he have that armor on? The last Ronin is a story about the last Ninja Turtle that is left. Everybody else is dead. And the last Ninja Turtle left. And he goes out seeking revenge on the person who killed his brothers and his father. So it is a excellent. Oh my God. It's one of the I have the whole entire series. One of the greatest Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle stories ever. It's very heartbreaking, and everything. But I wanted to share that with y'all. And let me show y'all. That's getting ready to fall. So let me just move this real quick. Move this over here, and I want to show you the second one, which is the armor version or the unarmored version. Still see some of the artwork. And if you're a big Ninja Turtle fan, Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird and a lot of other people worked on this comic. It is a must-have. But let me show you the inside of that. And that looks amazing. You know what I mean? NECA be knocking it out the park with their figures. So yeah, this is the NECA unarmored version. So I have the armor. I'm just tilting this. The armor and the unarmored version. Then this mug is amazing. I would recommend again for any Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle fan, if you could get the last one on trade paperback or something, I would highly recommend getting that comic because it is literally one of the greatest stories ever told from TMNT. Not joking, not making this up, not because I'm a Turtles fan, but I don't get everything. And trust me, I couldn't wait. When I found out the last Ronin figures was coming, I couldn't wait because the story was so phenomenal. You know what I mean? So pick that up, check that out. That is my recommendation. All right, let's get to the James Gunn news. And I'm going to, of course, share my screen. And this is James Gunn. I'm going to full screen this. This is James Gunn explaining what is going to go on in the DCU. And then we're going to look at a list of the slate of all the projects that they're going to work on, and we're going to talk about that and going to just wrap that up after that. So that is how it's going to roll today. If you rolling with me, again, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Make sure that if you're new to the channel, like, share, and subscribe. All right, this is fair use. Let's get to it.
Hey, everybody, I'm James Gunn. I'm the co-CEO of DC Studios. So as many of you know, DC has been disconnected in film and television for a long time. And it's one of our jobs, mine and Peter's, is to come in and make sure the DCU is connected in film, television, gaming, and animation. That the characters are consistent, played by the same actors, and it works within one story. And if something is outside of that, like Matt Reeves' Batman or Todd Phillips' Joker or Teen Titans Go, that it is clearly labeled as DC Elseworlds.
I love the fact that he shouted out Teen Titans Go. I think I love the fact that he shouted out Teen Titans Go. But one thing that I did like what Peter said, he's not getting rid of Matt Reeves' Batman, Todd Phillips' Joker, or especially the work that they put into that, but he's trying to make sure that those are the Elseworld, Earth 2, stories, or Earth 3 or whatever. He's making sure that this is part of a multiverse. So that's one thing that I do like. Teen Titans Go was hilarious that he mentioned that. So that's not going to be part of the DCU, all the Teen Titans Go fans. But for anything else, is everything else is going to be part of the DCU, and it's going to be connected from film, movie, television, and animation, which is amazing. It should be like that. Let's keep going.
Outside of the mainstream DCU continuity. Now, Peter and I have gotten pretty lucky in terms of the 4 projects that are coming out over the next year. First, we have Shazam, Fury of the Gods. Shazam has always been off kind of in his own part of the DCU, so he connects very well. That moves directly into The Flash, a fantastic movie that I really love that resets the entire DC universe.
Okay, so he did give a shout out to The Flash in Shazam, Fury of Gods. So I know there's just been a conversation, especially, shout out to Planet Fanatics and Chillmonger and other YouTubers that I check out, Tim's Talk and all these other guys, SS K-Dot, all these guys. And I know a lot of them is saying, if this is not connected, why do I even have to bother with this? Well, this is telling you that, hey, you watch this, it is going to reset the DCU. So they're probably, as much as I don't like Ezra Miller because he's literally was the real life Reverse Flash, if he can just get through this movie, we reset the whole DCU. Hopefully he could reset some of the MCU as well, but reset the DCU, and then we go back and they can be able to tell their new stories. I think that is a good plan. It's phasing out the old and starting with the new. And I think, to me, And I have faith in James Gunn. I have more faith in James Gunn than people probably realize. But I have a lot of faith in James Gunn that he could be able to pull this thing off, and it actually would be one connective tissue in this new cinematic universe.
Then to move into Blue Beetle, a fantastic film about a kid who's a marvelous part of the DCU, and then into Aquaman 2, which leads directly into our next few projects, which I'm going to tell you about now. So Peter and I, along with a group of very talented writers, have started to map out an 8 to 10 year plan of what DC Studios will be in film, television, and gaming.
Okay, so I don't know if you caught this, but basically he's saying we're gonna let these movies ride out. We're gonna reset this whole thing. You know what I'm saying? Which is kind of odd because if the Flash movie is resetting the whole entire DCU, then if Shazam moves into Flash or Flash is resetting everything, where does Aquaman fit into that? You know what I'm saying? And yes, in Gunn we trust Killmonger. I trust James Gunn. That's me. That's my own personal opinion. I believe in James Gunn and Peter Safran. I believe that they're two creative geniuses could be able to create a new DCU. And again, maybe because I love the Peacemaker film, and I seen what he did with an obscure character like Peacemaker. I truly believe that I have faith in him to be able to make this universe better than what we had. What we had was, I don't know what to call it. So he's going to continue to have, and made it be known that Matt Reeves and Todd Phillips projects is in their own Elseworld things and being known as this is Elseworld. The main DCU continuity, he's going to let all of this stuff phase out. Let all the movies roll. He mentioned Blue Beetle. He mentioned Aquaman, Flashpoint, and then Shazam. So those are the last 4 movies under the old regime, basically. And then after that is going to start. But what confuses me is that if Flash resets everything, where does Blue Beetle take place, and where does Aquaman fit within this reset that Flash is doing? Or is it before that? Is it after? I think we got to find out once the movie gets in there. He said he can't say Flash won't continue with Ezra. If he does, then Ezra might go on social media, fit and create more bad PR. He can say Flash won't continue. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm just confused on how the Flash resets everything, but then you have Blue Beetle and Aquaman right after that, before he gets into his 8 to 10 years of the new stuff that he wants to do, him and Safran. So that's the confusing part. But at the same time, I want to see how it plays out.
This first chapter is called Gods and Monsters. Now, what I'm about to tell you, is a part of the first chapter. It's not the entire first chapter. The first project is Creature Commandos. Creature Commandos is an animated series. I've written all the episodes. Something we're going to do that's a little bit different at DC is we're going to have characters move into animation, out of animation, usually having the same actor play their voice as who plays them in live action.
What have we been saying about Marvel? If you go do What If, have the same actor play the character that's in What If. And that's been a major fall of, a major fail on their end. And this is why I said James could really take everything that Marvel has done wrong and right those wrongs in the DCU and show you how to be able to do it. I think that's, again, is a win for DC because he's part of that Marvel staff. He's seen how they construct their universe. He's seen the failures of the universe. So him and Peter can actually brainstorm on how to make this thing right.
The next project up is Waller. This is a story of Amanda Waller, played by Viola Davis. Viola Davis is going to team up with members of Team Peacemaker, and this is a story that's been created by Crystal Henry, who did Watchmen, and Jeremy Carver, who created the Doom Patrol. It is a fantastic story that's out of this world, and I can't wait for people to see it.
I'm not gonna lie. Amanda Waller is the best thing from the Suicide Squad, from the first one, and James Gunn's The Suicide Squad. I mean, she is Viola Davis is absolutely amazing in the show. And I'm telling you, I'm actually more hyped to watch that. I'm not even gonna lie. When I heard that they were making an Amanda Waller series, I'm like, I'm watching that because Peacemaker was so good, but I just want to see what she does. And giving her the shine like that, I'm all for that. I'm all for that.
Okay. Next up is the big one, the true beginning of the DCU. This is called Superman Legacy. This is being written by me. I'm in the middle of it. I'm having a great time doing it. And Superman will be released into theaters July 11th, 2025.
Okay. I don't know if you noticed, but I believe that we're going back, and I said this before in one of my James Gunn films, they're going back to what Superman originally was. And what I'm talking about is that Chris, as far as film, you can look at the Christopher Reeve's Superman. That look, the kind of like what Captain America was, the wholesome, the wholesome guy, the wholesome. What did King Mo was in the house? What's going on for popcorn and your beer? What's happening? What I mean is you're going to go to the. I don't want to say naive, but the Superman who was just, the Boy Scout. We need to go back to the Boy Scout, and I believe that's what he's going back to with that version of Superman. Let me see. He said, "Can you confirm Superman will be white?" I 180% can confirm that Superman will be white, Puerto Rican, Asian, Thai. I can confirm that. I seen it. Matter of fact, it's in the thread. I can confirm that.
Okay, the next thing is a big premiere HBO television series called Lanterns. This is a story of a couple of Green Lanterns, John Stewart and Hal Jordan, and we have a few other lanterns peppered in there, but this is really a terrestrial-based TV show, which is almost like True Detective with a couple of Green Lanterns who are space cops watching over Precinct Earth. In it,
yo, let's be real. Let's be real. People been asking for John Stewart. People been asking for Hal Jordan. Now you got both. Just in the chat, you watching this, put down who you would fan cast as Hal Jordan and John Stewart. Fan cast it, put it in the chat, put it in the comment section. Who would you like as Hal Jordan and John Stewart? And to be able to have like almost like a buddy cop theme, you know what I'm saying? Or like True Detective or like Supernatural. I think that will be, think about like Supernatural, but Hal Jordan and John Stewart. Like, I think that maybe I'm getting excited. But now see this is what I'm talking about. This is getting me excited for DC. You know what I mean? This is getting me excited for DC. Just having this type of thought process by bringing John Stewart in and Hal Jordan. I'm just saying, man, chill. If I'm just reading what I man, they gotta do Saturday Night Live. They ain't got no time to be superhero cops.
they discover a terrifying mystery that ties into our larger story of the DCU. Next is a big movie called The Authority. The Authority is a passion project of mine. It's based on the marvelous Wildstorm characters we are now bringing into the DCU and will interact with all of our primary DCU characters. The Authority are a group of superheroes who think the world is broken and they want to fix it by any means necessary. I think it's a very different look at superheroes. We're doing
Yo. I've never heard of this group ever. I'm not a DC guy. I'm not even going to sit up here and act like I am. I'm not. But why did this smell a little bit like The Boys? Like, think about The Boys, but in DC. You know what I mean? And you see how giggly he is about that? This is going to be his project almost like what he took on with Guardians of the Galaxy. And he's going to make another obscure group that I've never heard of. I'm not a DC guy. If you're a DC guy, I apologize. I'm not trying to say that I just never really heard of them, whatever, because I'm not a really big DC guy like that. But I can see them as like a Guardians of the Galaxy type of group. And that's why he got all giggly and all happy about it.
A television series called Paradise Lost. Paradise Lost is a story of Paradise Island, usually known as Themyscira, which is the birthplace of Wonder Woman. It's almost like Game of Thrones with Westeros, but with all of the inhabitants of Paradise Island. The introduction.
Yo, how many times have we been talking about, hey, dude, if you're going to do a Wakanda, if you're going to talk about Wakanda, do a Wakanda series. Do a Wakanda series. Don't have all this other crap when you can just do a Wakanda series on Disney Plus. And he's literally, that's what I'm saying. He's taking all the failures of what is going on in MCU and say, oh, we'll do that. We'll just do that. They're not doing it. We'll do it over here.
Production of the DCU's Batman is The Brave and the Bold. The Brave and the Bold is the story of Batman and his actual son, Damian Wayne. This is based on Grant Morrison's great comic book run. Damian Wayne is my favorite Robin. He's a little assassin who Batman tries to get in line. And so this is the story of the two of them and the beginning of sort of the Bat family in the DCU.
And I've always said that this makes sense. Again, Batman has a son in the comics. You know what I'm saying? By Ra's al Ghul, Ra's al Ghul's daughter. I can't think of her name. And they have a son, Damian. And this makes more sense because it is part of the source material. And this, again, they're using source material to tell a story. Every time that you see one of these announcements, they're showing you the comic book that they're pulling from the source material. Again, a lot of these directors or a lot of these people need to stop thinking that we all know the source material. You know what I mean? All of us don't read comics or read that particular comic. So stick to the source material. You'll be fine.
Next up is a TV series called Booster Gold. Booster Gold is one of comics' really popular cult heroes. He is a fascinating guy. He's a loser from the future who uses future technology to come back to present day and become a superhero so that people will love him.
Who can you imagine being Booster Gold, though? Who can you imagine being Booster Gold? Blues House is in the house. What's up? Who could you imagine being Booster Gold? Somebody, for what I understand, is that James Gunn reached out to Chris Pratt. Now, I believe Chris Pratt is going to stay in the MCU. I don't think Kevin is going to allow an actor like Chris Pratt to leave the MCU. He's going to find a way for him. What is up? My man Blues House is in the house. What is up? I would love to see who they cast as Booster Gold. I do know about Booster Gold. He is hilarious and he ain't no joke, for real. Yeah, he's kind of a loser or whatever, but as far as the tech he used, he ain't no slouch. So I think that'll be awesome.
It is basically the superhero story of imposter syndrome on an HBO Max series. One of my favorite comic book series from last year was Tom King's run on Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. And so we're going to turn that into a big science fiction epic film. Now, Superman is a guy who was sent to Earth and raised by loving parents, whereas Supergirl in this story, she is a character who was raised on a chunk of Krypton. She watched everybody around her perish in some terrible way. So she's a much more jaded character. And that brings...
Man, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Because technically, and I talked to my brother Rico about this, technically from his because he's a big Superman guy, he loves Superman, that Supergirl is actually stronger than Superman. I mean, like stronger, like she's no joke. So to see a jaded Supergirl come to Earth, man, and I'm telling y'all gotta watch Brightburn. The people was like, oh man, I don't think he could do a good Superman movie. Brightburn was like, what if Superman grew up in instead of loving parents, a hellhole? You know what I mean? It was like This is DC's latest Wild. I'm 75% hype for it. Need a little bit more to puppet me in totally. Honestly, hearing about Damian Wayne coming to the DCU, you know what I mean? Hearing the Supergirl story, the Hal Jordan and John Stewart film, I'm hyped just by that alone. Because she didn't grow up as a human, but she's older than Clark, right? And I have what is the name of the comic? The Batman Who Laughs. And then they went into like the Shazam Who Laughs, and they went to the Supergirl Who Laughs, wrecked shop. She wrecked shop. Now they went a little overboard. You understand? I wouldn't go collect all of those because I was just happy with the Batman Who Laughs. But man, wrecked shop. And that Batman and Damian is going to be hell. I believe doing it right, man. I'm a fan of Damian. Matter of fact, I was a fan of Damian Wayne from Titans. From the Titans. Matter of fact, I got the first introduction of the Batman Who Laughs from Titans number 14 after the New 52. And man, Damian is an excellent leader. He don't play no games. He is dope. Do you expect a Batman Who Laughs? Oh, man, I would lose my shit if they did the Batman Who Laughs. And else I would completely lose because he's one of my favorite, besides the actual Joker. The Batman Who Laughs is one of my favorite DC characters of all time. He has the intelligence of Bruce Wayne, the cunningness of Joker, all wrapped up in one packet. Man, the dude is good God. I would lose it. Like, I'm hyped about, like, I'm a big Deadpool fan. I would be as hyped for my Deadpool as I would be for the Batman Who Laughs. I would lose it.
Me to Swamp Thing, the last thing we're going to talk about, a very dark horror story in the origins of the monster who is Swamp Thing. And although it's totally outside of the rest of the DCU, it will still feed into the rest of the stories. Anyway, those are the stories that I can tell you about right now. I've loved the DC characters since I was a child. They're incredibly important to me. I knew that this was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to do something very different. One of the things that's very important for me in all of these movies and TV series is that the director's vision and the vision of the writers and all of the creators is unique and something special. Storytelling is always king. That's all that matters to us. And I want to be true to those stories. I want to be true to you guys and really give you something different than you've ever seen before. Anyway, thank you, everybody. I appreciate you watching. I hope this was exciting for you because it's really exciting for me. And I can't wait to start to dive into these stories with you guys on this grand adventure. Thank you so much.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm hype. I'm actually hype. I love James Gunn's enthusiasm. I love James Gunn's passion for the comics, the source material, the whole nine. The reason why I'm so hyped, because even in Peacemaker, he could have went because, oh yes, racism and different things like that. Why are you doing all this woke stuff? And he made his father, like in the comics, racist. A racist redneck white dude, just like he was in the comics. I can appreciate a person who's not shying away from the source material. I can appreciate a guy who can make obscure characters and tell great stories and do something with those stories and make them amazing. I'm hyped for that. I'm a James Gunn fan. I am a complete James Gunn fan. Also, one of the key things is that he comes from a horror background too. So Swamp Thing, you know what I'm saying? Look what they did with Elsa Bloodstone and in The Werewolf by Night. Even though I liked it, it was very noir, it was very different. If they would have went to the true horror aspect, and so I know this is Disney Plus, but hey, we got a code on here for a reason. Let's do it. Let's get into it. It made it for real, like I mean, it's so much that you could do, but James Gunn is looking at what Marvel did because he came from Marvel. He came from that well-oiled machine and is about to do something amazing in DC. And I'm more hyped about it until I see something otherwise. I'm hyped about what's going to go on in DC and what he's talking about. Now, let's just go over just real quick. No, I didn't want that. Let's go over real quick. Because see, this is the reason why I try to stay on Twitter and retweet a lot of stuff. And look, Chillmonger. I retweet my man Chillmonger. Look at that. Y'all just going through my tweets, but at least I'm glad I don't tweet nothing crazy. Okay, so again, this is DCU Chapter 1, God Monsters. With Superman Legacy, this is the start of his stuff. His DCU, his vision. Superman Legacy. The Batman Part 2 is an Elseworld story that looks like an October the 3rd, 2025 release date. Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. The Brave and the Bold, Batman. From the DCU, you got Paradise Lost, the Wonder Woman story, Booster Gold, Creature Commandos, Amanda Waller TV series, the Green Lantern, Swamp Thing, and the Authority. So what do you guys think about this? I'm trying to tell you that I'm absolutely hyped. I can't wait to see this. I can't wait to see James Gunn's vision. I can't wait to see his vision for Superman, because I do like the Christopher Reeves, Dean Cain version of Superman, because their Clark Kent was just important as the Superman character. And I need to get back to that good old boy, type of look so he could contrast with the Batman. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm hyped about this. What do you guys think? Make sure to put it in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Don't forget to hit the bell notification so you never miss another one of my episodes. Until next time, I'll holler at you guys later. Peace and vibe higher. I got to get out of here. Let's go. If you came to this portion of the video, thank you so very much for sticking around for the entirety of the video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell notification so you never miss one of my videos. And if you want to get a little more personal with me, hit me up on my Instagram, hit me up on Twitter, or any of the social medias that you see below you. Until next time, I'll holler at you guys later. Peace and vibe higher.